Good afternoon. It's Wednesday. It's December the 2nd. Um, I'm running a little late today. We've been, since the churches in Kansas are closed down for a few weeks, we do a lot of recording and doing things on Wednesday. So we were upstairs taking care of that. So that's done. And then I've been down in the office dealing with some things and with people, which are good things, which I love the people here, so it's always fun to deal with them and interact with them. And we're not sure what the weather's going to do. Looking out the window, yesterday or the day before, they were saying we were going to have maybe a fair amount of snow, and that's been revised and moved and so we don't know if we're going to have a lot or not, but I'm not going to hang around too late today. If I have to drive back to Hutch, which is farther west, and where some of that snow may be. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, I guess. So we're just a little late getting to the daily message or weekly message. Monday was a milestone. Monday was the feast of St. Andrew. 30th of November, and it marked my 47th anniversary as a priest in the church. So 47 years in one career is a long time, and and every year I reflect back on my time in ministry and the people I've interacted with, the friends I made in my first little mission church of St. Matthew's, the friends I made at Grace Church in Florence, Kentucky, and the friends I have at Grace Church in Hutchinson, and the new friends I've made here at St. Stephen's since in the year that I've been here. One of the things I love about my ministry is I get to deal with people on a daily basis, and the people you deal with are, by and large, I think, good people. They have problems. We all have problems from time to time, and I've always felt very fortunate that as a priest or bishop of the church, I've been able to be part of people's lives. At their happiest moments, when they're celebrating birthdays or anniversaries or milestones or the birth of children or graduations and things like that. But I've also been privileged to be able to minister to them at the tough times of their lives, and illness, death, tragedy, and to be there and to be part of that as well. And I've always felt blessed to be able to have that opportunity. So I thank God for letting me have all these years in ministry, and I'm hoping to do some more. I don't know how hard I want to work in the future, but there's things you can always do, and I hope to do something. And besides, my wife refuses to let me sit around in a recliner watching TV all the time. Because she knows it drives her nuts, and after a while it drives me nuts as well. So the ministry of the church has been great, and I often tell people that it's not for everybody, but I would not change one aspect of it. I would not do it differently, I don't think, but then again, that's in God's hands. All I know is it's been a wonderful 47 years, filled with wonderful people, wonderful events. I have just a whole file cabinet full of stories. But if I tell them I have to change the names because some of those people or most of those people are still alive, and go from there. But it's been good. I've loved it, and I've sat and listened to other clergy tell horror stories about their ministry, and I'm sure that that happens. But maybe I've just been blessed. Maybe I've been lucky. I've had very few of those horror stories pop up in my ministry, and when they have, they've been able to be resolved one way or the other in positive ways. But as I said, these years have been filled with lots and lots of wonderful people, lots and lots of wonderful ministry, memories of ministry, lots and lots of stories. It's all the little things that pop up. When I was in Grace Church in Florence, our acolytes, when they started young, would be trained for a while, and then the acolyte master would assign them to the Wednesday night service by themselves. It was a chance for them to go through all the things that the acolytes do without much pressure and, a very small congregation. And I remember when my son became an acolyte, and I'm trying to think, he was probably 8 years old, maybe 9, somewhere around there. That the first time he served on Wednesday night, it came time to prepare the elements, and we had the bread, and then I said, okay, it's time to go over and take the stoppers out of the cruets, the wine water cruets, and bring them over here. So when I turned to my son, he's standing there looking at me, and he had these stoppers, glass stoppers in his hands, and with that look on his face like, what are you going to do with these? Well, he did what I told him to. Maybe I wasn't grammatically correct. He took the stoppers and brought them over to me. You have wonderful things, little things like that are memories. Gosh, I can't remember her name now. It's going to, but a young lady who became a crucifer in the church, and the first time she processed in, while you don't generally bow when you're carrying a cross, she insisted on curtsying. And it's interesting to see her do the most perfect curtsy while carrying a cross. We loved her. She broke up the place. We loved her, and she always, every time she'd come in front of the altar, she'd curtsy as she'd go by. She was the darling of the congregation there for years. So memories that are great, wonderful memories. It's been good. So to all those of you listening who've been part of my ministry, thank you for making it such a good ministry. Thank you for allowing me into your lives and to share with you this walk together, and I look forward to be an opportunity to practice my ministry as we go forward. Some bookkeeping things or housekeeping things. If you have not turned in your pledge card for next year for St. Stephen's, I hope you'll do that. Remember that they're getting closer and closer to finding a new rector. They have some nominees. I think there are going to be some interviews going on before too long. I don't know how long the process will take, but we're closer to it now than we were 6 months ago. So the reality is that before too long, St. Stephen's got to start paying for a full-time rector, and that's not cheap. It's not cheap. So you're gonna have to make sure the budget can absorb that sort of expense, and the budget is determined by how much you are willing to pledge to the church. And so whether it's utility bills or paying for communion wine or candles or salaries, it's all part of what goes together to maintain the fabric of the church. And as St. Stephen's continues to grow in ministry and in size, then that means it's going to cost some money. In some ways, churches are kind of like businesses. They need money to operate on. The utility companies do not give us gas and electric for free. Clergy discounts are a thing of the past. Yes, we're tax exempt, but that is not all that big in dollars and cents. So as you think, if you haven't turned in your pledge card, I hope you'll sit down and think about that, and to be as generous as you can, and to support the mission and ministry of St. Stephen's as we go forward into 2021 and beyond, and with a new rector and a new ministry and a new vision of what this parish can be. So, dig it out, look at it, be generous. We're still not sure. I mean, we're closed this coming Sunday, the 6th. You could watch the service online. Originally, Bishop Bascom said we could resume maybe on the 13th. We'll see. Maybe she will contact us this week and let us know her thoughts and feelings on this, and we will be sure and let you know as well. So stay tuned, and we'll keep you up to date. Okay. I hope the snow doesn't come. Oh, I like snow, but I'd rather look at it than drive through it. I hope you have a great day, a great evening. Stay well, stay safe, and I will see you hopefully soon. God bless you, and God keep you. Amen.